Hello again, and welcome to another episode of This Week in Horror with me, Casey, for Morbidly Beautiful. I don't have a whole lot for you today. It's been kind of a slow week in terms of horror, but I do have a few things. Most notably, Jordan Peele, as you may know from Us and Get Out, is relaunching or rebooting the Candyman franchise. That's right, everybody's favorite bee-swallowing, hook-handed maniac who comes out of a mirror is returning to the big screen. The due date for the movie is 2020, and this isn't a big surprise. It was announced a little while ago, but some sources have the original Tony Todd Candyman coming back to reprise his titular role as the Candyman. Now, as a Clive Barker fan, and fan of the movies, and fan of the franchise in general, this is huge news. If you love horror and you love these classic horror movies like I do, this is some fantastic stuff. Tony Todd had that role down pat. His presence, his voice, everything was just to die for. No pun intended. As I mentioned last week, Netflix is continuing a string of scary things being released from, I guess, last week up until Halloween, and this week, In the Tall Grass is going to drop. In the Tall Grass is a terrifying story of two kids who want to rescue a small boy from within this field of tall grass. Now, there have been some reviews and some releases of the story and such, but I just wanted to keep it blind for myself and not look too much into it. It looks like a very interesting story. It does deal with supernatural aspects, be it spirits, ghosts, maybe demons. It will be releasing this week, so keep your eyes on Netflix for In the Tall Grass. Now, the biggest news of the week has to do with Joaquin Phoenix's The Joker. Now, reviews have come in kind of mixed, but I think it's mostly people who don't understand the comic book genre and how this film is trying to distance itself from said genre. Despite the reviews being hit or miss, I think most people are going to enjoy this, and most of the unbiased, I guess you could call it, reviews seem to have this as an Oscar-worthy picture. If not that, then at least Joaquin Phoenix being worthy of an Oscar with his performance in this particular movie. Now, there has been a lot of fluff going around about theaters increasing security at certain locations, which is, I guess, good, considering when The Dark Knight came out, a guy who thought he was the Joker shot up a theater. We don't want that to happen again. Remember, movies are meant to be fun. Enjoy them. Don't take them too seriously, and go out and live vicariously through them at most. Regardless, this is going to be the big movie of the month. I can't think of anything else that's going to top it. I'm going to go see it on Thursday. I suggest you do the same. And lastly, we have for you today, Stranger Things Season 4 was officially announced. Not that it was a surprise to anybody. I think everybody knew it was going to get at least one more season, potentially one even after that. But this one is going to be a little bit different. It did drop a little teaser trailer with it as well. And with that, we got a little taste of things to come. It looks like it's going to be a little bit darker, a little bit scarier. And most importantly, at the end, it has a little teaser that says, "We're not in Hawkins anymore." Throwback to The Wizard of Oz. So who knows what Season 4 has in store for us. We'll find out the fate of Hopper and what happened to Eleven and her powers. So until that comes out in, who knows? There's no release date. Could be 2022, 23 at this point. As long as the world doesn't end before we get Season 4, I will be happy. That's all I got for you today. Please check out morbidlybeautiful.com for all your pop culture horror needs. A lot of great stuff goes up on there all the time, so be sure to check it out. I'll be back next week with another horror news update.